They say time heals everything, but sometimes time only hides what the heart refuses to let go of. You may not talk anymore. You may not see each other. But then there's that look, that message, that random moment that makes you wonder, do they still feel something? As a psychology expert who spent years decoding human behavior, I can tell you this. Feelings don't just disappear. They leave traces, subtle signs, silent signals. And if you know where to look, you'll see them. In this video, I'll reveal the 7 psychological signs that someone still has feelings for you, even if they act like they've moved on. Sign 1. Lingering eye contact. Sometimes the eyes betray what the heart won't confess. When someone still has feelings for you, they often hold your gaze a little too long, not always intentionally, but instinctively. It's as if their eyes are searching, hoping to reconnect with a part of you they once knew so well. In psychology, this is called emotional fixation. When we have unresolved emotional ties, our brain becomes hyper-focused on the source. In this case, you. That lingering glance isn't just a look. It's a doorway to everything they still feel, but won't say out loud. And here's the twist. They might look away quickly when you catch them. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much, and they're afraid you'll see it. Sign 2. They bring up the past often. When someone keeps bringing up the past, your shared jokes, your old routines, even the little arguments, they're not just reminiscing, they're reliving. Psychologically, this is a form of emotional reactivation. The brain retrieves those memories not just to remember, but to feel. It's a subconscious attempt to reconnect with what once brought them emotional comfort, and that comfort was you. They might say things like, "Remember that time we got lost?" Or, "You always used to do that." It sounds casual, even harmless, but behind those words is often a deeper longing. I miss who we were, and maybe I miss who I was when I was with you. So if they keep turning conversations toward the past, it's because a part of them hasn't left it yet. Sign 3. Unusual jealousy. They say they're happy for you. They smile when you mention someone new. But listen closely, and you'll feel the tension between the words. Jealousy, when feelings still linger, doesn't always come in loud outbursts. Sometimes it shows up quietly, in subtle sarcasm, in awkward silences, or in questions that seem harmless but are loaded with emotion. In psychology, this is known as displaced attachment, where a person feels threatened by the idea of you connecting emotionally with someone else. It triggers an inner conflict. I shouldn't care, but I do. They might tease you, downplay your choices, even pretend not to notice at all. But that's the giveaway, because true indifference doesn't need to act indifferent. Only someone who still has feelings will struggle that hard to hide them. Sign 4. Their mood changes around you. Have you ever noticed how their energy shifts the moment you enter the room? Their voice softens or sharpens. They become nervous, overly cheerful, or strangely distant. That's not randomness, it's emotional tension. Psychologically, this is tied to emotional dysregulation. When someone still has unresolved feelings, their nervous system reacts before their logic does. Their body remembers what their heart is trying to suppress. You may see them act colder than usual, not because they've stopped caring, but because caring hurts. Or they might overcompensate with too much excitement, trying to prove they've moved on when they haven't. Real emotions don't always look like love. Sometimes they look like confusion, frustration, even silence. But the intensity, that's your clue. Because when feelings are truly gone, the mood stays steady. When they're still there, everything wavers. Sign 5. They stay connected indirectly. They don't message you, they don't call, but somehow they're still there, watching your stories, liking old posts, asking mutual friends how you're doing. This isn't coincidence. It's emotional proximity. Psychologically, when someone can't fully let go, they seek out passive ways to stay close. It feels safer, less vulnerable. But make no mistake, it's intentional. They may tell themselves they're just curious, but that curiosity is driven by a heart that still wonders. Are you okay without me? Have you moved on? Do you still think of me too? It's their way of saying, I'm still here, without having to risk hearing that maybe you're not. Sign 6. They remember the small details. You mentioned your favorite song once. They still remember it. You said you hate cold coffee, and they never forgot. You casually talked about a childhood fear, and they bring it up years later. This isn't just a good memory. It's emotional imprinting. When someone still has feelings for you, their brain holds on to the details connected to you, because those details meant something. Psychologically, we're wired to remember what touches us emotionally. The deeper the feelings, the sharper the memory. So when they recall things you barely remember saying, it's because, to them, those were moments. Moments they didn't just hear, they felt. And no matter how much time passes, the heart never forgets what mattered most. Sign 7. They haven't moved on. Truly. You might notice a pattern: failed new relationships, comparisons to you, or an unwillingness to fully commit. This isn't just coincidence or bad luck. It's what psychologists call emotional anchoring. When someone hasn't truly let go, their heart stays tethered to the past, even if their mind tries to move forward. They carry an invisible weight, a silent struggle between what was and what could have been. Maybe they avoid deep connections because no one compares to you. Maybe they secretly hope for a second chance they're too scared to ask for. Or maybe they're stuck in a loop, reliving memories, replaying moments, trapped between holding on and letting go. The truth is, sometimes love doesn't leave because it never really said goodbye. So, if you've noticed even a few of these signs, it's not just your imagination. Love has a way of lingering quietly in the spaces between silence and words. But the real question is, what do you feel? Are you ready to face those feelings? To heal? To forgive? Or maybe to reconnect? Let me know your story in the comments below. If this video helped you understand what's really going on beneath the surface, please like and subscribe for more deep psychology insights on love, human behavior, and relationships. Remember, understanding is the first step toward healing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.